Oh, I didn't have my emergency lights. Yeah, that's it. Turned off on my phone. So the Amber Alert, that's the alarm you heard. Still a new phone. I haven't gotten the kinks out of it.
I'm surprised mine didn't come on. Usually it does. I didn't get it.
I thought I heard it.
Gramps, not mine.
Whatever. But that, you see, that's all she said, though. She said it. Normally she would have made a big thing. She's much more toned down. Like she saw her in her head, like, I'm gonna say something else, and then she was like, just walked out. You could see the wheels grinding. She's like, that's not how you do it. And that's where I normally would have been like, yeah, that is how you do it. And while I watched 3 YouTube videos, read the instructions on the bottle, and blah 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 blah. Like, I would have normally given her that fuel and corrected her. But I've been ignoring her, and I don't respond to that bait. That's when she's throwing that bait out. And I don't say anything now. And she's like, oh, I didn't get him to bite. Okay, I guess I'm going to leave. But that's when she's looking for confrontation. You don't feed into the confrontation.
So you just put a Spam, the bacon flavored in there.
Mm-hmm. It's like ham and cheese.
Why they call it bacon then?
Because I wanted to tell her that we already discussed that the exterminator's not coming anymore. And she's like, you have an exterminator. Like, he's the one that's causing the bugs to come in. We haven't had any bugs now since we started addressing the problem. It's been well over a month since he's been here.
I think he's supposed to come every 3 months, I think. That's what they I think since he didn't do a good job, she canceled him. I don't know.
That was what we were all told. That's what you guys told me. That's what Graham said. That's what you said. Is that he wasn't doing a good job. And maybe that's what she caught herself on. And she said, you have an exterminator, and then she realized, oh wait, no, I canceled it. So I don't know. I'm just happier that it's sort of a little bit better. Her temper hasn't been as bad. Once I'm done with this bowl, I'm going to put the trash out, so don't take it out.
Oh.
Oh man, this is so much better. It's got a little oomph to it. Now we'll see how, if it keeps me full longer. That'll be the true test. Lagos. I guess this is done by.
I don't think it's safe, especially for a white person. Those were the words that the guy at the check-in counter said.
It's not safe for a white person. Wow. That's a dirty catfish right there.
Gary, have a look at this market. Just on the train track, so they know the schedule of the train and they move when the train comes. Yeah, okay.
They move when the train comes. What is that?
So it goes behind you. Okay, is that not scary? So basically being surrounded by guys saying dollar to me.
It is rich in resources, it's got Africa's biggest population, and it's enjoyed democracy since 1999. But
kidnappers are demanding money. If you pay ransoms, kidnapping continues.
Over 100 students kidnapped from a school in Nigeria's Kaduna state.
armed groups have killed more than 36,000 people in the past 10 years.
The only way to end kidnapping is for society to take a stand that we will not pay.
Burdened by inflation, economic stagnation, despite being Africa's largest economy, it does have high unemployment at more than 33%.
Incredible and disturbing evidence that Nigerian security forces shot and killed at least 12 people taking part in peaceful protests last night in the country's largest city, Lagos.
A city in chaos. Buildings have been torched.
Mass kidnappings, attacks by armed groups and criminal gangs, corruption, and a lack of jobs. So where does Nigeria go from here?
Nigeria. Many people would think of scammers, kidnapping, and violence when they hear the name Nigeria. But how frequent are such events? Shall we go, put our feet in the dirt, and see what it's like for ourselves? I think so.
Dirty foot, huh? Yeah, man. Let's go see what the thing is about. One go now to Nigeria with the dirty foot. I mean, at least the fish is alive when you buy it.
A city in chaos.
What the hell is that? It's crazy when everything around you is like brown.
Welcome to Lagos, Nigeria, biggest city in Africa.
25 million. See, that's gonna be one of the biggest cities in the world already.
Arguably the biggest English-speaking city in the entire world. You walk around and you can talk to pretty much anybody in English. We're going to go right into the downtown area. We're going to meet some people, find out what makes this mad city, largest city in Africa tick. Invigorating to be here, that's for sure. When I was checking in for the flight in Europe to fly to Nigeria, guy at the check-in counter of the airline said to me, "Why are you going to Nigeria?" I said, "Business. I had to come on a business visa. It's very hard to get a tourist visa. As a business visa, I was able to come as a tourism consultant." Anyway, that's a whole nother
Tourism consultant.
I always like to know why people go into Nigeria, because I don't think it's safe, especially for a white person. Those were the words that the guy at the check-in counter said. So obviously there's this perception of Nigeria being somewhat dangerous. So far I feel okay, but let's go and explore more of the city and see what the locals have to say about that. I've just been taken into a security office in Queensland, but they let me go ultimately. Didn't have to pay anything or anything like that. So let's go explore this chaotic city. It's amazing to be here, really.
It's weird how it's so modern overlaps with so much not modern. Like, look at the beautiful highway signs and then the crappy people with rice on the side of the highway, like right next to it. Like, okay, modern truck, overpass, decent car, shitty bus. But little bridge in the background, and then like these yellow little buses everywhere, yellow cabs like we'd have in New York, but they look like they're from the 1950s and broke down. I guarantee you they're all manual transmissions too, probably. and a bazaar. Right there on train trips. And see, that looks like Panama City Beach. And then there's the fresh fish.
What is this?
Starfish, you can't tell? Look at the whiskers.
They're alive. What's the price?
The price of this one is 1,000.
$2.
And is that because these are smaller and these are bigger?
Yeah.
And these come from the bay?
Yeah.
Okay. How many have you sold today altogether?
Inshallah, I can sell like 100 pieces a day.
How many?
100 pieces or 80 pieces a day.
80 fish.
Yeah.
Wow, good business.
I love it so much. My best friend.
Love you too.
80 fish in a day. So that's $160, give or take. That's actually not bad money for Nigeria,
Nice to meet you.
especially if she does it every day. She didn't see the fish bump. Come on, leave the man hanging. See how fast she put up? She got a cell phone just like he does. I wonder how much that phone costs.
Wait, let me add it on WhatsApp direct.
Okay.
Yeah, he's risen her up for the phone number. Got the digits.
Never do that.
Okay.
Okay. I'll take you later.
Let me snap you again, Gary.
Gary.
I love you so much. This is my best friend.
Beautiful.
My best friend.
Nice to meet you.
Already got promoted best friend status. I saw another video where the guy he learns languages. He's a polyglot, so he learns languages very easily, you know. And he learned one of the African tribes' language. That's you know, there's not very many speakers of it. He went to the tribe out in the middle of the jungle, and he went up and he started speaking to them in their own language. So here's this dorky white guy speaking their language, and they were just like, hold on, you speak Mawanese or something? I forget how exactly you said it, but I think it was similar to like Mawanese or Manganese. Manganese? I don't know. Whatever. Similar. So he said, yes, I'm looking for Manganese wife, you know, whatever. And they, okay, you know, the guy. He's like, no, just kidding. So they talk a little bit, and they go, well, how you know our language? You know, you speak, you know, so well. And he goes, I have a friend that's living here, and she's teaching me over the phone, and I learn it over the phone. I want to come here and see your culture, whatever. And the one guy was saying, you speak so well. He goes, no. Like, he looked at him dead in the face, and he goes, it's Masawi. That was their name. Masawi. It was the Masawi tribe. I knew it would come to me. Anyway, so he goes, you are Masawi. Like, just like that. And the guy thought he was just saying, like, oh, because I speak the language, so I am Masawi. Like, maybe it was lost in translation or whatever. He's like, no, you are Masawi. Listen to me. You are Masawi. And he goes, he's just walking around, and then another guy takes him and grabs him. And he says, look at me, my friend. I need you to say, you come here. And he said, you walk around, you do as you do, think of this place, look me in my eye, think of this place, treat it as if it was your own home. You know, and it's like 2 people came up to him and told him that, and was like trying to explain to him, get his attention, to make him realize that they didn't care where he came from, who he was, color of his skin, his religion, none of that mattered. The fact that he took the time to embrace their culture, the culture embraced him, and that he could come there and do as he wished and pleased, as if he had been born there from birth, and he was a brother to them. End of story. He was talking to them for 15 minutes, and they adopted him. That was it.
Because he treated them with respect.
But it goes to the point of that's the heart of these communities, right? And what other people do? They come in and they tear their rainforest down, or they tear their environment down. They build roads, and they tell them, no, you need to go get a work at a factory or mine a mine or whatever. And then they become westernized, as we would say. They think more like us. And they're like, hey, no, you're an immigrant. We need to build a wall and keep you out because you're different from us or whatever. And our mindset is not that way. We don't think that way. Somebody comes and sits down with us for 15 seconds and they know English. They go, we still critique their English like, you don't speak it good enough. You know, whatever. We don't go, oh, you speak English. You took time to learn about hamburgers and cheeseburgers or whatever. You know what? You are American. Come here and stay here as if this was your home. We don't have that same mentality. We're like, get out of here, you dirty foreigner. But they were just like, you want to marry my sister, you can marry my sister. Like, it just didn't, it was whatever I have is yours. And that's,
Because it's the little things they appreciate more.
the point is that there's something about when you live at one with nature in a tribe without technology or whatever, that you are a much better person spiritually or in touch with the planet or whatever you want to be than we are. And we like to think of ourselves as the pinnacle of society. Look at us, we're America, best army, best nature, best economy. Made in America is the best product, whatever it is. We are we are worst. We're the worst people. When you get out and actually meet other people beat us in every category. They're nicer, kinder, smarter, more charitable. They have $2, they'll still give you the last $2 they have. Like, all these things. The more you learn about the world, the more you realize, like, why are we the ones trying to spread our culture everywhere? Our culture is not the one that should be spread anywhere. The Masawi people, they should be spreading their culture everywhere. But the fact that they're such a good people, they would never try to push it upon other people. So it's always the culture that is the most pushiest that's trying to push their culture on other people. And because of that, when you're trying to do that, that by default makes you not a good culture. Because what culture is trying to say that you need to be like me? You wouldn't be a good culture if you're trying to say you need to be more like us. Good cultures are the ones that keep to themselves. And if you want to find interest in them, then you seek them out. It's why you don't see Buddhist monks running around saying, think like a Buddhist monk, or else, So all the best cultures are the ones that die out in history, because they're the ones that get pushed out of the way, because the more dominant cultures, like Rome, are the ones that run around and say, hey, do like Romans do. When in Rome, that's where the phrase originated from. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. You can't do your own ceremonies in Rome, because if you did, they'd crucify you. So that's why I don't agree with American exceptionalism, manifest destiny, shining city on a hill, all that crap we talk about. That's a very dangerous thing.
Have a look at this market. Just on the train tracks. Absolutely crazy. This is central Lagos, where we come from, where we're staying. An island, that's where a bit more of the money is. This is the epicenter of a city with 24 million people. And it shows.
I was saying before, see that 25 million people already, it's going to end up being one of the biggest cities in the world. I mean, it already is, but in 50 years, there'll be 100 million people there.
Welcome to Nigeria. This is Nigeria. Welcome to Nigeria. And so this is like the bang in the center of Lagos, the biggest city in Africa. Yeah, actually the biggest city in Africa. Is this area safe? Yeah, it's safe actually, but you have to be very careful with your belongings. Pickpockets? Yeah, pickpockets. Okay. So you have to be very
That's
careful
everywhere.
with your belongings. You hold it tight, but it's safe actually. So what I've noticed, I've asked a few people, and many people telling me that Lagos is safe. Generally,
Jeep
you just got to watch out for
or a Land
pickpockets.
Rover.
In terms of like a threatening, violent kind of situation, it doesn't happen, really? No, actually nothing. Lagos is safe. That's interesting, right? Because many people might perceive that the biggest city in Africa would be dangerous, right? Because of the population, right? But actually Lagos is safe. The people are good. And there will be bad ones, but the perception that Nigeria is bad or Lagos because of the population is very large, over 20 million people, then there will be like bad people. Yeah, there will be bad people, but generally we can say that Lagos is safe. It's good.
What?
Their clothes look modern.
That's what I told you.
We're on the train tracks right now, right?
I said they dress very well, and yet everything around them have a nice cell phone, have nice clothes, maybe even a car, but then everything around them looks like so bad. It's like, how do you have this dichotomy in your environment? Don't even have a nice road to drive on, but you have the best car. What? It's like the people have the wealth, but the government is poor. So they can afford all these things. So but then it tells you that what they're affording can't be that expensive. That shirt could not have cost that much. That's what I mean by it. We send all our trash to them. So if you look at their clothes and pay attention, it doesn't match. Like, they're wearing a shirt and a thing. It's like, what? So Americans, we would have a style system, like it's color-coded, but they will just have any old shirt and any old pants. So they have, it's a nice shirt and it's a nice pair of pants, but they don't go together. Because we're throwing our extras to them, and then they just go and they buy whatever off the shelf, and then they just wear whatever. So they'll put on their best pair of pants and their best shirt and go out. But even if it doesn't match, they don't care. And to them, they'll just go, oh, okay, those are nice clothes. Total. Not that it look here, if you dress like that, they go, why are you wearing that shirt with that pair of pants? That's privilege. That's what I mean. Like, it's until you watch these videos, you don't really understand what privilege means or what people talk about in the correct way.
And so that's about 30 cents.
That's why I would say they're probably happier because they're not stressed out about their clothes matching. Whereas in America, you'd get ridiculed or thought you couldn't get a job if you went in and your clothes weren't matching. And this is what I mean about we have to take so many antidepressants and so anti-anxiety pills and whatever it is. We're so medicated up because somebody in a boardroom somewhere said you have to dress this way. You have to look this way. You have to act this way. You have to talk this way. Nobody's telling them any of that over there. And so they're just more, there's no social expectation.
Save money, but now they cannot save. All the money goes to go and survive. So you see these yellow buses everywhere all over the city. They're just guys hanging out, pulling people off with handfuls of money. Now we have to cross this road. I'm basically being surrounded by guys saying dollar to me.
He just reinforced that too by